Shalom, shalom, shalom. All praises to the Most High, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, which is to say in the Paleo Hebrew, Yahweh, which is the name of our Heavenly Father, meaning He is, Bahashem, meaning in the name, Yahweh Shai, meaning He is our salvation. And that is to the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, primarily here in the Western Hemisphere, but to the rest scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth who look like the other nations, but through the patrilineal lineage go back to the Hebrew Israelites. Here we go. Here we go. How many words is that? Here we go. 3 words, okay? 3 words is all that needs to be said. Here we go. I'm finna play you this clip. I'm going to play you this clip. How about that? Instead of saying fit to, I'm going to play you this clip. And 3 words came to mind. Here we go. Okay? It's coming. All right? It is coming. Let's let it play.
Well, now to Mississippi, where state lawmakers propose a new program to tackle illegal immigration with bounty hunters. Now, the bill is being pushed by DeSoto County DA Matthew Barton. It would let certified bounty hunters identify and report undocumented immigrants and give them a $1,000 reward for each successful deportation. Supporters say it would improve community safety and help support President Trump's immigration policies. But critics say the measure would have dangerous implications, especially for immigrants who are here legally, who might still be picked up on the false suspicion that they're here illegally.
Hey, that's what they want, okay? They want the chaos. They want the drama. So now you probably can go get certified to be a bounty hunter to call in and get paid $1,000 leading up to a successful deportation. $1,000 for each undocumented illegal immigrant that leads to a successful deportation. They want to give you, the certified bounty hunter, $1,000. Okay? Imagine $1,000 for each successful deportation of having an illegal immigrant being removed from out of the United States of America. A lot of people are going to go sign up for that program to become a certified bounty hunter to assist with what? Calls, not just calls, but, what's the word? Calls is one of them, but another one is, being on the lookout, being on the watch. It's a such thing called neighborhood watch. Okay? So just think about how on edge the people are going to be, man. We talking about going back to what they deem, Nazi Germany when they had the Gestapo. All right? And they had people that was, spies and things of that magnitude, calling in. And yeah, this is what they talking about here in the United States of America, man. Get your license, get your certification to become a bounty hunter. It probably ain't gonna be to the full extent, but still, you're gonna be certified to be a bounty hunter. You could call in, you could tell them where you seen them at. You may even be able to do like a citizen type of arrest type of thing, okay? And guess what? You're going to get yourself $1,000, man. All right? Times are hard, man. Your next door neighbor that you've been chopping it up with for the last 15 years, and they know you got your abuela or your TI or your TO, and they don't got the paperwork, and they behind on rent, guess what? You gonna be getting a knock at the door 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, man. Your next door neighbor just paid for, the rest of the year. Hey, we know Ephraim, man. Particular Issachar, they stay 5, 6, 7, 8 deep, man. Saving up. And we know these damn Edomites, they don't like that, man. So you got 9, 10, 12 people living in one house. That's somebody's rent for the whole year. Okay? This is what they're proposing. This is a bill that they're proposing in Mississippi. You would think that would be something they would propose down near Texas or Florida. But they proposing this in Mississippi. Okay? So that lets you know who's truly behind this, man. These damn Edomites. All right? They want you up out of their country ASAP, man. They willing to pay $1,000 for each successful deportation. This is a bill that they're putting into play that they want to pass to help support Donald J. Trump, man. This is real talk. So here we go. Let's look into that article and read a little bit about it, and then we go get a few precepts. All right, this is The Hill, and it reads, Mississippi bill would pay bounty hunters to catch undocumented immigrants. You see? So I guess business wasn't good enough for them to go out there and get Jake, for skipping out on whatever it is, payment that they owe, bail bonds. Now they want to bring in Ephraim, the Northern Kingdom tribes, and put them on the books as well, man. So it says Mississippi bill would pay bounty hunters to catch undocumented immigrants. And this was yesterday. This was published January 24th, 2025. It says a Mississippi district attorney proposed new legislation Wednesday to pay bounty hunters a reward for helping to deport immigrants in the county illegally. In the country illegally. DeSoto County District Attorney Matthew Barton announced his support for House Bill 1484. Look it up. It says, authored by State Representative or Republican Justin King, which would create the illegal alien certified bounty hunter program. Keep thinking it's a damn joke out there, man. They putting specific laws on the books to take you so-called Latinos, Native Americans, and blacks, man. All this time you thought that, this system was for you. See, you wanted to identify as a so-called white person, and now you see exactly what the system really thinks of you. Oh, I look like Celine, whatever her name is. Celine Diaz. I'm gonna identify with Caucasian. We about to see if you still gonna identify with that. Because they getting ready to put a bounty on you. $1,000? Who in turn they, man, you got to be kidding me. If you know these poor ass Edomites in Mississippi that don't got no money and know where a stash house at, because that's the new stash house now, man. A house full of undocumented immigrants, that's a stash house, man. You talking about 12 grand. That's enough to set somebody up for a whole year in Mississippi, man. They know what they doing. Mississippi trying to get rid of them. So they willing to get and put on the law, hey, you can go get a illegal alien certified bounty hunter program certificate and get you an extra $1,000. So they can what? So they can scope out, or so they can get rid of the illegal immigrants in Mississippi. All right? That's a stash house for somebody, man. Somebody know where the illegal immigrants are being stashed away, man. Probably like 15 or 20 of them. That's 20 grand, man. They got that kind of money to throw away in Mississippi. You got to question yourself, where will they get this type of money to be funded from? They're going to get government assistance, man. All right? So it goes on to say, we've seen firsthand the danger posed by bad actors and violent criminals who enter this country illegally. Like the innocent life of Laken Riley, King said in a statement, President Trump administration has made it clear that deporting illegal immigrants is a priority. All right? It's a priority, man. They willing to pay for it. They willing to pay good money. $1,000 to call in. You ain't even got to probably make the arrest. You just call in with your certified illegal alien migrant doctrine certification, and you gonna get what? You gonna get the $1,000, man. Now we know eventually they gonna switch this shit over to what? That micro CHIP, man. And you gonna have to get your money put on that chip. Okay? Been telling you. All right? They get ready to crash this thing, man. They let something like this go and be passed. You know they getting ready to crash this thing, man. You know how much money they gonna have to dish out? They're gonna want that money to be what? Digital. Where they can put what? Expiration dates on it. So this is all just a test, a trial run. All right? Get your $1,000. And like I said, you got some people in Mississippi that know where that stash house at, man. Because Mississippi is nowhere near the Texas border. It's nowhere near Florida, you know. And yet they willing to put on the bill $1,000 for each successful deportation, man. So it says President Trump administration has made it clear that deporting illegal immigrants is a priority. That don't go just for criminals. That go for your grandma, your granddad, your cousin, your uncle, your auntie. They ain't documented. Guess what? They are up for that $1,000, man. Somebody in Mississippi don't care about that. Even though they been talking with you, they on the job kicking it, shooting the breeze with you for $1,000. A lot of people gonna switch up on you just like that. Okay, this is that payday that they've been waiting for. It says President Trump administration has made it clear that deporting illegal immigrants is a priority, and we are proud to do our part here in Mississippi to help support his agenda and protect our citizens. Now, if they bring something like that here to Florida, oh man. Woo, boy. Hey, I ain't gonna say anything, man. Florida, we got Levi, we got Manasseh, we got Simeon, we got Ephraim. Man, come on, man. If Governor DeSantis brings something like that here to Florida, man, that's going to be the new hustle, man. That's going to be the new hustle, the new job. Get your certification, your illegal alien certified document, get your $1,000, and stack your bread, man. See, this is gonna be the real test to see exactly who you think is who they are. That money is gonna cause a lot of dissension between people, man. Those that you thought were your homeboy, your homegirl, and they know that you got undocumented, family member living in your house. Hey, and you get in an argument with them, and they're gonna say the hell with it, man. I can get 1,000, maybe I can get 4,000 or 5,000 for that whole house and really hit you where it hurts. Get your whole family deported back to where they came from and get a pocket full of cash, man. All right? It's going to cause a lot of division. All right? And that's what Esau Edom wants, man. He wants that division. It's working in his favor, and he's willing to pay for it. He's willing to create a scenario where this country can be further divided, man. And he's willing to pay good money. All right? He knows exactly what he's doing. And it says to help support his agenda and protect our citizens. Okay? So it's real. You keep thinking it's a joke, man. And you think your next door neighbor won't turn you in for a few grand. All right? Let's go get a few precepts. This is 1 Timothy 6 and verse 10. It reads, for the love of money is the root of all evil. Hey, man, some people, they just love to get that money, man. They don't have no loyalty, all right? I mean, don't even be surprised if family even turn on each other, man. You might have a daughter or son that's upset with their parents or their family or another family member and say, the hell with it, man. I've been certified. Get certified behind your back. And next thing you know, they get in an argument with you and you getting your ass deported from up out of here. Okay? For the love of money is the root of all evil, man. So now Hector, he got the house all to himself, man. For however long that'll last. And he got a pocket full of cash, man. All because why? He got in an argument with his uncle or his auntie, and he called the authority on him, and they deported that family member. And guess what? He got him an extra $1,000. Now he got him a PS5. Where guess what? A few extra games to play. You see? You're going to see exactly who's who in these times, man. Money, they know what they're doing, man. They're using money to create division. They setting the times. They've been set these times to be hard times. Inflation, the prices for groceries going up. You see? Rent steady climbing. And all of a sudden, they want to give you $1,000. In Mississippi, that's probably enough to last somebody for a whole month, man. So don't be surprised if family members turn on each other, if friends that you thought were your friends turn on you. It's all par for the course, man. And it's telling us, for the love of money is the root of all evil, which, while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. Okay? You may even have so-called brothers that turn on one another in the camps. Okay? Here it is. You thought you was cool all along, and guess what? You done open up to the brother. You done told him you got family members from Venezuela or Argentina or somewhere else, because they trying to really put this picture with a poster of the Northern Kingdom, man. You don't hear about other illegal immigrants other than outside of the Northern Kingdom brothers, okay? You don't hear about no Ukrainians or no Irish people. It's mostly, the Northern Kingdom brothers, all right? So here it is. You got a brother in the camp, and y'all seem cool, but for some strange reason, y'all had a falling out. And guess what? He know you got a family member that ain't got their documents, and guess what? He gonna call in on them. All right? Get his money, and then come back to camp and dap you up and, greet you and all type of stuff, man. Says, for the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith. What happened to brotherly love, man? You see? We coming into a period, into a time where everyone is going to be tested, okay? Whatever your device is, the Lord knows he's going to use it against you, man. You want extra money? You want to get that extra, that extra ride. You want to get this, you want to get that. You can't wait for the Lord to deliver you. Well, guess what? It's going to put you in a predicament where you could turn your best friend in, your family member in, and get paid. It says, which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith. Right. What happened to not being a talebearer? Okay. What happened to all this? You was faithful, but as soon as they passed that bill and whatever prospective city, state, or town you in, you couldn't wait to get your hands on a few extra $1,000, man. Bills was piling up. You had to worry about your family. So you took advantage and you went outside the faith and you turned whoever it is that you knew, you turned them in, or a member of their family in, so you could feed your family. You didn't want to wait and have faith. Okay? You look for a quick fix. And these damn Edomites, particularly these elites, they know this, man. They willing to throw this cash out there as a what? As a gin, as a snare. See who they can get to bite it. $1,000, that's tempting. That ain't no $100. $100, the people wouldn't probably go for it. But $1,000 for each undocumented illegal immigrant, man, that's enough to get somebody thinking and scratching there, pondering. What can I do with 5 to 10 to 15,000? I can do a lot with that. I could come up with that. Man, this place getting ready to crash, man. You see? People gonna be selling out for nothing, man. All to what? Have that money transferred over into digital currency. Put onto that chip. That now what? You don't cause division. You don't cause division. Now brothers don't want to deal with you no more. You see? But you were never truly a brother from the beginning, man. This just showed exactly who you are. A Judas. Okay? They sold our Lord and Savior out for 30 pieces of silver, man. You don't think it's coming towards you or someone you know? Come on. Don't be that naive. It says, which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. There's no time to regret what you done did after you done did it. All right? Just stand on it. You got to take that chip, man. Only way it's going to make sense. Here it is, stacked up $20, $40, $50,000 on making a living, on turning people in. Now, you got to go all the way through to the end and get that chip to keep all that money. And you're going to come to find out that money has an expiration date on it. You can't stack and save like you did in the old times. Speaking of the times we in now, in the new age, with this digital money, it's coming with expiration dates, man. You got to spend this by this period of time. You got to spend this much money by this period of time. All right? So it ain't always how you think it's going to end out or end up. But for them, they just want the reaction, man. They just want the chaotic atmosphere. All right? And Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai is all for it, man. All right? He's allowing it to take place in order for prophecy to be fulfilled. Matter of fact, let's go to Isaiah. Let's go to Isaiah 19, where it says Egyptian should be against Egyptian. This is Isaiah 19 and verse 2. It reads, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. Who are the Egyptians? You Americans, okay? You're going to have people that's for it, and you're going to have people that's against it. Division is coming, man. $1,000 is enough to divide this country, okay? Especially at the bottom where everybody is struggling and scratching and fighting for ends meet. $1,000 is enough to turn everybody against each other, all right? Now you can't move and go out without having to worry about Am I going to get scooped up? How am I going to get some groceries for my children? I got to pay somebody to go to the store to get groceries for me. Hey, and this is all coming to the truth. They're going to use these same tactics against those of us in the truth. They're going to put bounties on our heads. $5,000 for this person, $10,000 for that person. Then what are you going to do? How are you going to eat? How are you going to get around? How are you going to move in that time? We got to trust in Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai. Okay? The bounties are going to be real, man. The bounty's going to be real. That's why we're going to be on the run like a pilgrim, man. In this county, they may have a 10,000 bounty out on all servants and prophets of the Most High with pictures and everything. In the next county, they might not have a bounty. It may be cool for you to stay there for a while. Then after that, they may put a bounty out on you. Word might get out that we have some servants and prophets that's preaching underground. So what? They throw a quick $5,000 bounty out on you in this town, so it's time for you to flee. Now you go over here to the next town or the next state, it's a $10,000 bounty out on you. Hey, we gonna be moving, man. Okay? This is serious, man. All right? We seeing the potential works being put into place. A damn certified license for illegal immigrants. They're going to have, you can go get your license, your document certified for what? Those terroristic people that's out there on the corners preaching, those black Hebrew Israelites. Then shall they know who are mine, man. The Most High going to know who exactly he is, because why? Either you going to stay true all the way to the end, or you going to fold like a cheap stack of deck of playing cards, man. So it says Isaiah 19:2, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. You know the elites is getting ready to create all type of dissension and division. And they're going to use money, man. That's going to be their number one, one of their number one go-to moves as a gin, as a snare, is dangle the money in front of your face, man. That money don't mean shit to them. It's just paper, man. They can print that. They can put in numbers into the computers, man. That ain't real physical gold and silver. But it means a lot to you if you're struggling at the bottom and you got to find a way to pay your bill, and you got, children and dependents that's dependent on you. That's going to make a lot of people do a lot of things they normally wouldn't do. But it's going to bring out the true nature of that person, man. All right? So it says Egyptians will be against Egyptian, man. Don't be surprised. Your own family members are going to turn you in for whatever reason. They don't like you for some certain reason. You get in an argument with them, and they don't think rationally, and they just make an impulse decision. They're going to call you in. And you're going to know, and you're going to think to yourself, how the hell did they know I was here? And you're going to figure out, oh, that's how they knew. Because only your close family members are going to know where you at. Okay? And your close friends, and you're going to know that's how they knew. Somebody called in and told where you was at. All right? What's that? Matthew 10:37? Matthew 10 and verse 30. Verse 20. Matthew 10 and verse 20. It says, for it is not ye that speak, but the Spirit of your Father which speaketh in you. 21. And the brother shall deliver up the brother to death, and the father the child, and the children shall rise up against their parents and cause them to be put to death. Right. So you may have children that's going to, air you out, put you out on Blast Street. Get that quick 5,000, that 5K. And you should be hated of all men for my name's sake. But he that shall endure to the end, the same shall be saved. That's why they're going to be calling the appropriate authority on you to get that money, because they hate you. They see that since the word's been going out, this economy has just been going further and further to shit. The illegal immigrants are no longer here. So what's the next cause that they're going to use? Or what's the next reason they're going to use that why the place is being ran to, hell in a handbasket? It's because of those black Hebrew Israelites. You see? So it says, you shall be hated of all men for my name's sake. But he that shall endure to the end, the same shall be saved. But when they persecute you in this city, flee ye into another. So we're going to be on the run, man. Bounties, price tags on our head, everything. It's not a joke, man. You can think and you can look and you can smile at it right now, because it ain't, as we speak, it ain't nothing that's coming close to. But let them pass this bill. Let Mississippi be the trial run, and let every state start to adapt that same thing. And then after all the illegal immigrants is removed, then guess what? They coming for us in the truth, man. And they already trying to talk about getting Donald J. Trump on a third term if they can suspend or abolish the 22nd Amendment. And they want to do it in such a way that Obama can't run for a third term. But they want Donald J. Trump to run for a third term. So we don't know how this is all going to play out. Maybe they get the illegal immigrants and everything taken care of in this second term, and then in the third term, it'll be more directed towards those of us in the truth. Putting bounties on our head from him transitioning from his second term over into his third term, we will be having bounties on our head, moving, as it said in the scripture, from one city to another. But when they persecute you in this city, flee ye into another. For verily I say unto you, ye shall not have gone over the cities of Israel till the Son of Man be come. So we're going to have to be moving all the way up until the time of Yahushua coming, man. Persecution is going to be real, okay? You might not be able to be comfortable when you stay in a city for a long period of time. You may just be in that city passing over through the night. Or there's word out there, there's servants, there's those prophets, those black Hebrew Israelites here, there's bounties put. Time to move, man. You may be able to stay in the city for a few weeks. You see? This is going to be the life of the servants, the prophets of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man. We're going to have to fully trust in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai in these times, man. We ain't going to lean on our own understanding. That shit going to get us caught up, man. We're going to have to trust in Yahweh with all our heart, man. Lean not onto our own understanding. And he shall direct thy paths, man. You got to be able to visualize you being persecuted, you having a bounty on your head. It might not even be you particular, but people that know and that's been watching you and that knows that you preaching the word in secrecy in your houses or in somebody else's house, they may call your neighbors, their neighbors that you go into their house to preach and to minister the word, because the word is off the street in the internet. Those neighbors may have watched you for the last couple of days and know that you don't stay there. And guess what? Out of curiosity, they just called, I just had a suspicious that they may have some people that's having a gathering, preaching that Bible. I also would like to get my 5,000 if it leads to arrest, or 10,000, their execution. And guess what? That's the life of a prophet, man. All right? That's the life of a servant of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right? We understood that. We counted the cost when we came into this truth, man. that we were going to be hated of all men for Yahweh's sake. And they could even put a price on our head, a bounty. This is the 34th verse. It says, Yahweh, red letters, he says, think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. So this truth is going to cause a lot of division amongst family members, friends, and so on and so forth. It says, for I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. A man's foes shall be they of his own household. You're going to have people calling, you're going to have your own family members turning you in, man. Oh, they'd never do that. Come on, man. Look at that. Just look at their behavior right now, man. They in the world. They ain't repent. What makes you think they're going to all of a sudden just up and blue turn over a new leaf? No, man. They're going to turn your ass in and get that money. Your cousin, they need that $10,000. Your cousin, they need that $5,000 to take care of their children. Oh, we gave them all the chance in the world to come to the gatherings. We gave them all the chance in the world to come to the Christmas gatherings, the Thanksgiving. They don't want to do that. Hey, we got to pay. We got to get our children's fed, man. Well, hey, I understand. Well, let's go ahead and call them in. You know, we got to do what we got to do. We got to feed our children. You know, so, hey, just call the authorities and let them know where he's staying at, you know. Let him know he's back there in the backyard, in the woods back there. And, hey, let's just collect that money, okay? It's going to be real, man. It says, and a man's foes shall be they of his own household. 37, he that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. And he that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. 38, and he that taketh not his cross and followeth after me is not worthy of me. Hey, they persecuted Yahweh, man. How much more us, man? The servants. It tells us that. 39, he that findeth his life shall lose it, and he that loseth his life for my sake shall find it. Right. So we have no allegiance to this world, man. We're just getting our daily bread. And once our daily bread is compromised by them telling us either we get the chip or we have to go on our own, guess what? We're going to deny that chip if it be the Lord's will, and we're going to depend solely on Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai. Isaiah 65:13. My servant shall eat, but you shall be hungry. My servant shall drink, but you shall be thirsty. My servant shall have glory, but you shall be shamed. Okay? And like it says in John 15, if they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. All right? So we ain't found worthy to take our cross and bear it all the way to the end. We don't deserve the kingdom, man. All right? If we fall off during Jacob's trouble, we don't deserve it. All right? This is going to be the real test. Let's get that in John 15. This is the book of John, chapter 15 and verse 18. It says, if the world hate you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you. If you were of the world would love his own. But because you are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you. Verse 20, remember the word that I say unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord. Right. So if they persecuted Yahweh, how much more us, man? We're not greater than the Lord. So they're going to persecute us. It says the servant is not greater than his Lord. If they have persecuted me, this is Yahweh speaking, they will also persecute you, your own family members. Okay? Your own family members are going to persecute you. Yes. Yahushua was persecuted by his kin. Okay? Jerusalem are those that what? Persecute the prophets. Matthew 23, 27. Might be 25, 27. Slakia. Let me see. Matthew 20. This is the book of Matthew 23 and verse 37. It says, O Jerusalem, Jerusalem, thou that killest the prophets and stonest them which are sent unto thee, how often would I have gathered thy children together, even as a hen gather her chickens under her wings, and you would not. Behold, your house is left unto you desolate. For I say unto you, you shall not see me henceforth, till ye shall say, blessed is he that cometh in the name of the Lord. So they persecuted the prophets, man. Jerusalem, okay, which is a people before it's a place, all right? You so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. Y'all always persecuted the prophets, man, because they didn't preach what you wanted to hear. So it was an issue, it was a problem, especially the southern kingdom, Judah, on the time that Yahushua was on the scene. The Sadducees and Pharisees, they hated Yahushua, man. Okay? They said, how are you the son of the guy? You're barely but 50 years old, man. All right? He spelled trouble for them. So how much more us, man? John 15 is telling us that. John 15 and verse 20 says what? The servant is not greater than his Lord. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. Yes, your own family member, your neighbors, your own kindred. Whatever happened to sticking together? Man, they don't got love for you, man. They of the world, man. It says, they will also persecute you. If they have kept my saying, they will keep yours also. And yes, some of them did keep his sayings, okay? That's why not all the Sadducees and Pharisees were evil, man. All right, you had some that repented. All right, just like you're going to have some family members, that's going to, actually keep your saying, actually keep the sayings, shall I say, of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. You may have a cousin that's in the truth. You may have a brother that's in the truth. A literal brother. Count yourself blessed, man. But for the most part, your family members, they're not going to be there, man. And in essence, they're going to be the ones that turn you in. So it says, if they have kept my saying, they will keep yours also. But all these things will they do unto you for my name's sake. Because why? Because they know not him that sent me. They don't know Yahweh. They think his name is God or Yahweh or Jehovah or whatever other than Yahweh. That's who sent Yahushua, man. If I had not come and spoken to them, they had not had sin. You see? They have no what? No cloak. It says, but now they have no cloak or excuse for their sin. See? They can't play that, oh, I didn't know, because Yahushua came 2,000 something years ago and told them that he's the only begotten son and that no man can go to the Father but through him. You see, and that was an issue. That was a problem back then. They was like, who is you? You are but yet 50 years old. And we got to go through you? Come on, man. You see? So they had an issue with him. So they sought to get rid of him. They sought to set him up and, trip him up in his words. They sent agents and spies to try to see if they could trip him up in his words. Ask him about who should we pay And he looked and said, well, who is on the subscription? And it said Caesar. He said, give to Caesar what is Caesar, and give to the Most High what is the Most High. You see, they tried to trip him up on everything. And then they got him on, he said he would destroy the kingdom in 2 days and build it up in 3. And it took us however long to build it. And he said he's going to tear it down in 2 days and build it up in 3. See, they took his words and they misconstrued it. They twisted it. The same way they going to do with us, man. They going to take our words, they going to screw them, they going to twist them, and they going to manipulate them to put us in the eyes of the public as whatever label they going to label us in that time. When Yahweh was saying, destroy this temple in 2 days, and in 3 days I'll raise it up, he was talking about the body, okay? The house of David. All right? We're being raised up right now, the elect, okay? Yahweh has been gone for over 2,000 years, so everything after that 2,000 is contributed to the what? The next day, the third day. We're in the third day right now, and you seeing the house of David being risen, man. The elect on this side, okay? But they took and they twisted his words, you know, and they was able to get him persecuted. And then what? Wicked ass Jake was like, release Barabbas and hang Yahweh. And what did Herod, was it Herod or was it I believe it might have been Caesar, said, I find no fault with this man. Okay? But it was the Passover, so they had to release one according to the custom, and they released Barabbas, and they they crucified Yahweh, man. So guess what? They're gonna crucify us, man. You best believe it. And some of your own family members gonna be behind it. So don't be surprised. If you think not, you ain't been watching their behavior. What shows you that they're willing to actually go out for you and hide you and do whatever else it takes to keep you concealed from the enemy, man? If they're not even willing to call them the true names, if they're not even willing to not celebrate Christmas, you think all of a sudden they're gonna keep you concealed? No, man, they're gonna turn you in, man. They're gonna collect that money, that bounty, okay? All right? And that's all that this devil wants to do, man. This devil wants to bring division. He wants to create that chaotic atmosphere where he can bring forth the solution. All right? That's why it says in Sirach or Ecclesiasticus 12:10, never trust thy enemy, for as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness, man. You can't trust this devil, man. All right? To him, $1,000 ain't shit, man, because he can just print that money or he can just type it up into a computer. But to the average person down here on the playing fields where everybody got to get it how they get it, $1,000 is a lot to them, man. And the devil knows that. So he's going to what? Use that $1,000 to dangle it over their head like a carrot. And a lot of people are going to go for it, man. Division, dissension, it's all coming, man. It's all in the Bible. All right? Let's get one more precept and then we'll probably finish up and close out. Mark 3 in verse 24 says, and if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. And that's what we read in Isaiah 19 and verse 2. Egyptians will be against the Egyptians. This place is getting ready to be civil unrest headquarters, man. Everything is being put into place, man, for what's getting ready to come, Jacob's trouble. All right? You ain't going to be able to get these lessons like this. You're not going to be able to get these, words of encouragement. All right? It's going to be whatever you got in this time that's allotted to you during this mercy, during this grace period. It's going to be what you have going into Jacob's trouble, man. All right? That's why get it in as much as you can, okay? Get it in while the going is good, man. While you can get it, while the internet is up. Because they're going to crash it. Make no mistake about it, man. Are they going to make it to where you got to have some type of ID that's actually verify who you are in order to be able to use their internet? Because you can just make up a fake profile and they don't know who it is. So they're going to come a time where you're going to have to actually have proof of who you are when you use and you log onto their internet. All right? So there's the brain chip. There's the chip that's going to go in your hand, man. You will be tracked. That's the whole thing of the beast system. It's to track you, your every whereabouts, your spending habits, everything. All right? So that $1,000 or however much money you can accumulate in the time that they get before they switch over to the digital currency, it's going to all lead to your track. It's going to all lead to them tracking you. Okay? Your spending habits, where you spend your money at, so on and so forth, man. So, hey, like we said in the beginning, those 3 words, okay? Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Hey, Esau got to bring it, man. The word is going out. It's exposing him too much. All right? He got to make his move. You see? He has to make his move. All right? This is the best time. He can't lit up off the gas, man. All right? He just got to keep pushing. And guess what? We going to keep pushing, man. In the name of Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai. All of us and those of us that's, our lot says to endure to the end. Okay? So let's go ahead and finish up with 1 Peter 5:8. And it reads what? Be sober. Be vigilant. If you think for 1 second that a family member or a close friend won't turn you in because y'all known each other for how long or however many years or your whole life, I don't know what to tell you, man. You see? Yahweh Shai was sold out for 30 pieces of silver. Okay? If they persecuted him, they're going to persecute us, man. So don't think too much of yourself, okay? You're not Yahweh Shai, all right? You got to go through it just like everybody else, man. So it will behoove you to take heed and what? Listen to what the scriptures say. Be sober. Having that back of your mind that, yeah, I know I could be potentially, ratted out by a family member. And they may look and justify that they ratted out on me so they could feed their children. I'm watching. I already know. I already know. So you gonna move accordingly, man. You ain't gonna be surprised, okay? When here it is, you've been, pitching your tent back in the woods somewhere, out of sight, out of mind, but yet they somehow figured out where you at, man. Okay? If the Lord allowed them to take you, all right? Because we already know when the enemy should come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard, man. Brothers going to get spiritual powers on this side. Some brothers going to receive spiritual power. So when the enemies come in, they're going to be met with resistance, all right? But for those of us who lost are to get, taken in and thrown into prison, and all the way to the point where we have to be beheaded for this truth, we understand. Hey, we might have to be betrayed by our own family members. We read it. A man's foes should be those of his own household. Okay? So guess what? Be sober, be vigilant. You know that you already expect it to happen. If it happens, you already expecting it. Why? It says because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. I got $1,000 for you. I got $5,000 for you. I got $10,000 for you. We already know the rent is going out of this place, man. You got rent You got rent for a 50-year-old, 40-year-old apartment that when they first opened back in 1977, you weren't paying them but $200-$300 a month. Now in 2025, that same apartment, they did no renovation. They just slapped a coat of paint on, put some cabinets in, and they charging you $2,500 a month, man. Talking about the price of inflation, and you don't think $5,000 would be enticing enough for having a member or a family member or a friend to turn you in? You just don't know people then, man. The love of money is the root of all evil, man. Okay? The love of money, all right? That's the root. The actual love, the covetousness, okay? I need it, I want it. So be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour, all right? So with that being said, pray someone was edified through this lesson, and until the next time, if it be the Lord's will, stay strong, stay in the faith. We almost home. Shalom. Peace.